Welcome to eBritish IELTS. Today we'll be talking about another aspect of IELTS writing. Today this video is typically for general training students, and general training students have a letter writing task as their first task. So often what happens is students, despite the beautifully given bifurcation of what the content should be like, cannot create content very effectively for their letter. So today we'll be talking about how to plan your letter, how to make sure that you cover each and every aspect of the question asked, and basically plan it in accordance to how you are supposed to, according to the format of the introduction, body paragraph, and the conclusion. So there are different types of questions you will come across. Some could be a semi-formal kind of a question. Some of them might be formal, some pretty informal. So today we'll be talking about, let's say, an informal letter. So let's say something like a letter which asks you about you writing to a friend and telling them that you were supposed to meet them at one point of time in their country in particular, but then you could not go there because of some reason. So you have to make your share of apologies and maybe supply another reason or another plan that you will make up with them later on, right? So let's say the question could say something like, write a letter telling your friend about the cancellation of the plans that you have to make due to some urgent reason. And once the question is given, there are 3 bullet points also that your letter is generally supplied with in terms of the question. So let's say the first bullet point could be, tell your friend why you are cancelling the plan or why you are rescheduling the plan. The second bullet point could be, talk about a newer plan, talk about the reasons in detail why you are cancelling this plan. And talk about, in the third bullet point, you could be talking about a few rearrangements or rescheduling of whatever you are doing. So something of that sort. Pretty simple as a letter, right? So now let's see how we can plan it out. So generally what we do in the introductory paragraph, you are supposed to write the introduction in a certain manner that the examiner should not feel the need to look into the question paper to understand the question. So you're basically clarifying to the person why you are writing this letter. So this letter is about you telling your friend that you cannot make it to their particular country and making your apologies or telling them that I'll be coming over later. So how do we write something like that? So the first point is your reason for the letter, and the second thing is you are covering the essential points. Because if you don't do this, you're automatically leaving the letter in a lurch and the person would not understand what it is about. So let's say the introduction could be something like, start with a pleasant exchange and say something like, Dear Jim, I'm doing well, hope you are doing well too. I am writing this letter as an apology, and let me apologize beforehand because I know you are going to be cross when you read this letter. I am writing this to inform you that I will not be able to come to London on the 28th of October as something urgent has come up in my family. That's it. That is how you will write your introduction. Leave a bit of mystery for the body paragraph. Let the body paragraph continue and convey whatever the problem is, why you can't make it to Jim's place, right? So that's how your introduction is supposed to be written. Now then, when we move on to the body paragraph, you have to state your reasons for the problem. So here you're going to talk about the major problem. Why can you not visit his place? And then justify the problem. So basically we are cooking up a story here, and you have to make sure the story sounds believable. So what could be a few reasons that you are not going to Jim's place? Why are you cancelling on going to London? It's a beautiful city. You should be going there. So if we talk about it, so something like maybe your sister's wedding, or maybe some examination has come up, or maybe you've joined a new job and you are supposed to attend a seminar which is very, very urgent for you and it boosts your career. So something of that sort. Well, let's say Jim knows our sister and it's our sister's wedding. So we'll probably talk about a story related to our sister's wedding and me not being able to move on the 28th of October. So you write something like, in the body paragraph, you talk about the reason that my sister is getting married and she's getting married on the 30th of October. Don't make it the exact same date. Make it a little more believable, say 30th. And you can't go to London because obviously you have to attend your sister's wedding on the 30th of October. Apart from that, you can't prepone the plan because October has already started, and of course you can't make arrangements right now. Barring that, you need to talk about how you need to make preparations for your sister's wedding, how not a lot of young people are available in your family to be making arrangements. Your parents are quite old and you don't want them to be running around and impacting their health. So you are the person who's solely in charge of, making arrangements for your sister's wedding. So tell Jim all of that, and Jim as a friend should be understanding about it, is the basic perspective of you writing the body paragraph here. So you tell him that my sister's getting married on this day. These are a few reasons why I can't come there. These are a few arrangements I have to make. The date of arrangement starts from the 20th of October. The wedding function starts from the 25th. Hence, my entire schedule for the month of October is jam-packed. And I'm very sorry that I cannot keep my promise to you. Then you've managed your body paragraph in around 100 words by talking about your reasons in particular. Then in the concluding paragraph, we generally offer some sort of a suggestion, a solution, or what you can do in place of going to London, or what is your plan of rescheduling the entire thing out, right? So you could say something like that: instead of coming on the 28th of October, you will be visiting him on Christmas. Christmas generally is a holiday for him and he has, let's say, a week or 10 days off. So it'll be easier for him to entertain you and it'll be easier for you to have fun as well. You might have made plans for the first week of November to go to a Coldplay concert. But now let's say Coldplay suddenly has shifted their plans, or you could say that since we can't attend Coldplay anymore, we'll be going for the Adele concert that is going to be in the Royal Albert Hall on the 28th of December. So you talk about alternates here, and that is how you plan the entire conclusion out. So tell him, apologize, of course, because you're feeling sorry that you are ruining your plans with your friend. And then in the concluding paragraph, you're offering alternates of the plan that you already had in place. That is how you're supposed to plan the essay out. And once you've written a few suggestions, a few solutions in the conclusion, simply write a signing off statement. I hope you will find it in your heart to forgive me, and I really look forward to spending Christmas with you. Yours lovingly, and then you sign out by writing your name. So that is how we plan a letter. First of all, talk about what the question is, clarify it. In the main paragraph, the body paragraph, explain the reason by justifying it appropriately. Then in the concluding paragraph, offer a few solutions depending on what the question asks, honestly. Offer a few solutions and then sign off. That's how we plan our writing task 1 for GT students.